I talked to him last night, but I didn't talk to him today.
So he, as per his text in my conversation,
You got the Dighton number right?
he got audio. He is, and that what I really want to get an update from is he's working on a plan with Somerset to tap into the water that we can get from them that we don't have to treat. So Jeff, are you there now?
Ed, can you hear me?
Yep. Can you fill us in first on? I think we understand the water ban from the letter that you sent. But secondarily, you told me you were working on a plan on how we can garner some additional water immediately from Somerset that we won't have to treat. So can you give us an update on that?
All right, I heard the end of it, so I'll fill you in on what's going on. As far as Somerset goes, we're working on not acquiring the well full-time, but obviously getting the well online to pump to Dighton residents, shutting a valve off so it doesn't go back to Somerset. We're right now is putting a meter in the vault. Greg is doing this.
Jeff,
Can't hear you.
Can't hear you. Jeff, we can't hear you. Jeff, can't hear you.
Jeff, can't hear you.
Are you on, Jeff, are you on mute?
Probably.
Hold on, I'm going to come back. We got to get
Just call in. Just use the call-in number and use the phone.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, it's on mute. I see it on mute.
Oh my.
So, just to let you guys know too. So last night, Greg and Missy went down to that pit in Somerset at 2:30 in the morning when they started to pump. And the pressure was like 7 pounds higher on Somerset end than our end. So if we don't get the well and we need Somerset to supply us, there is definitely enough of a pressure difference.
How much of a pressure difference do you need for? I don't know. I'm asking the question.
Greg said at least 4 pounds would be good. So
okay.
We had plenty.
Okay.
So Chris Wickman has a 2-inch meter and a 2-inch check valve. And I told him that I do not want to buy or use any Somerset water without a check valve.
Correct. Agreed.
Because, God forbid, I don't want anything to ever come back on us saying that we contaminated Somerset or they didn't pass any of their DEP requirements because of us. So, and they tried the 6-inch meter last night also, and the meter started to spin.
Okay.
All right, Jeff's there? Okay.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's all right.
No video. So I heard a little bit of what Derek was saying. Yeah, everything. Yep. So I don't know where you left off. So we came in yesterday and the pressure it's equal to Somerset when they are not pumping. All right. When we're pumping and they're not pumping, the pressure at the vault is equal. Basically, we won't get any water. What happens when they pump and we're pumping, we have a 7-pound differential, which is good. When they pump and we're not pumping, it's more like 10 pounds. So tonight I'm planning on drawing some water, if you don't mind, from their plant, just as a temporary, a couple-day fix to get us back to normal, to slow this plant down. What Chris and I and Greg and everybody has been working on is we think the most viable option to alleviate the pain on this on our wells right now would be taking the Brook Street well and pumping it into our system at a rate of around 200 gallons a minute, which is about 300,000 gallons a day. By doing that, we don't have the fluoride issue with Somerset's water, and it's just, you know, we have well water anyway. Working with the DEP to allow this. I should hear something from them today, if this is even feasible, which we think it is. And it also helps Chris out because he may have to sell water to Swansea. So it won't have any negative effect on his pumping demand.
So
You guys got that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, but Jeff, for tonight, when you're gonna use their supply to supplement our supply, that's coming out of their treatment facility. How does that affect us with the whole fluoride issue? I know on the well, it doesn't affect
Right.
us, but
Right.
how does it affect us when we're drawing out of their plant?
We will get fluoride tonight if we did that for a couple days. And, you know, in an emergency situation, we'd get it from Taunton too.
Okay.
So it's one of those, we need to get back to normal. I'm actually going to ask the power plant if they cannot run tomorrow so we can kind of get back to somewhat of normal. I'm going to beg them actually. And then,
I don't know if that's going to work. You can try that.
I know. So by taking the well, it doesn't have any demand effect on Somerset. You know, because they're going to be hurting eventually too, I'm assuming, because Swansea's already asking them for water. They called Monday, said we're in trouble too. So they'd have a hard time supplying us both from the plant. Plus, we don't necessarily want the plant water. So by opening up the Brook Street well, we're basically getting 300,000 a day, all day, every day, until we have to slow these wells down, or they're in trouble. We're not going to make it through August. At this rate, there's no way.
So is that option? So that's option number one, right? That's the most favorable option, is to pull from the Brook Street well.
It is the most favorable option.
So
option number two doesn't sound like a good option with Taunton due to like some of the chemical issues we have with their ammonia and fluoride and how dirty it is on the end of that line. Not a great option.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But where does the check valve and the 2-inch meter come into place on County and Chase Street? Is that it?
So the check valve will allow it so no water goes back from Somerset. Like we won't end up selling them water.
Right.
So the check valve, and it's a contaminant thing. You know, if they ever had a hit somewhere, we're not taking in bad water.
No, I understand that part. My question was, if we pull from the Brook Street well, is that why we have to put that 2-inch meter and check valve in on Chase Street? So
we're basically putting the meter in so we can. It's going to be metered at Brook Street anyway.
No.
And at the mag meter, we'll know how much we pumped from the mag meter. No question. The meter itself is going in really for Somerset to in case we ever have an emergency and we need to take water from the plant, which is what we might have to do tonight. But for the next few days until we get approval to use the well. So basically, the meter is going in an emergency situation to take water from their facility in Somerset. The meter itself will give us 200 gallons a minute every day, all day, which we're going to bolster that pit anyway through the MVP program. That it'll probably end up being more like a 4 or a 6-inch meter, but we can't get our hands on one right now. So Chris had a 2-inch meter. It'll do more than 200 gallons a minute, no question. More than enough water to supplement what we need to slow these wells down. But I would prefer to use the well rather than their plant water. And actually, he pretty much would like that too, due to the fact that he needs to sell water as well to Swansea.
So going back to taking water from Somerset, what are they going to try to? Do you have any idea what they're going to try to charge us for water?
That, as far as let's talk about the well. As far as the well charges, they will bill. Well, I'm talking to Chris right now. I mean, once it gets to the higher ups, who knows? But we're talking about take, you know, they'll bill us for the electrical charges,
Yeah.
for the cost of the electrical. They will bill us for the cost of the chemical, which is caustic, which we buy anyway. It's not.
Yeah.
And Chris is hoping that they will settle on like $1 per 1,000 gallons.
Which is fine, because we need to pay a wholesale cost, not a retail cost. I mean, all I'd like to do is us to be able to break even on what we're selling water to our residents for. So
that's more than a break. It's you're making money big time right there.
If it's more than $1, whatever it is that comes out to the same rate we charge per 1,000 to our residents, we don't want to have to pay.
Right.
We're going to eat our fixed costs. You know, we'll end up eating, if necessary, we'll eat our fixed costs because those are already there. We're selling so much more water now that, you know, it's more than what we project our numbers off of to start the year. So they have to understand this is not a retail sale. This is a wholesale sale.
Also,
we're
Ed,
up 13 million gallons this year.
Yeah.
If they try price gouging or trying to make this, we have recourse with Pat Haddad or anything on that end if they try gouging?
We might.
Not that we want to go that route, but I just want to make sure they don't price gouge us.
I have faith that Jeff will get that done without that. Because
I hope so.
I think they see the longer term, because eventually they don't have the need for all of the water that they have, and their only recourse is to get us to make a deal with them. So if they try and screw us over once, it's never gonna it'll never fix the long term.
All right, I heard yesterday that one of the selectmen is not too happy, so just to keep that in mind.
One of the commissioners.
Happy with.
The commission is in Somerset, correct. So it could be hearsay, but I'm just want to be careful.
Happy with us?
I don't want to get into it.
You heard that he wants to try to get top dollar and all that fun stuff to bring in revenue.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So
okay,
I got one of the commissioners is all set. One of the commissioners is on board with this. Actually, he doesn't even want to charge us for it. This is basically found money for them. They're paying electrical costs now.
Yeah, because they're dumping 150
gallons
on the ground. Correct.
Right.
Yep.
And they're basically going to get money for nothing.
Well, we need it, so we'll take it.
Yeah. So what I'd like to do is we make a motion to have Jeff proceed with the negotiation with Somerset, and he has the authority to make a determination as he finds necessary as the superintendent to put the deal together to be able to provide us with the water that's necessary.
Okay, so moved.
Second.
On discussion, hearing none, all those in favor, all those opposed, the ayes have it. So secondarily, Jeff, we want to put the the water restrictions, further enhanced water restrictions in place, effective.
Yeah.
Do we have to give a notification period to the residents, or can we do it immediate?
I mean, I would think we can do it immediately with the understanding that we got to get some messages out pretty rapidly. We may have to send a mailing. We may have to do a reverse 911, something like that. I can talk to the town about getting a reverse 911 out in lieu of a mailing. I got the message board. Tom just needs me to give him word on what we're going to put on there.
Perfect.
So we have better avenues this time, especially with the message board.
Yeah, I think when the new budget comes, we need our own.
Yeah, right.
Might be not a bad investment.
So as far as there's a couple ways you got to think about this. If you're gonna go ahead with a full water ban, if we're buying water right now and we're in this dire of need, I would think the DEP would want us to put a full ban on.
Yeah.
I
would assume, Jeff, that the drought task force that you were talking about, I would assume that the drought task force is going to make that recommendation too, because the whole state.
I'm assuming. I'm going on that. I think it was 1:30.
Yeah.
So I'll find out then, but it's all relative, but our wells, they don't recover like everybody's wells. I know we're special here in some things, Dighton, you're always doing it. These wells are not recovering well right now. They've run 4 days straight.
So
We stopped for 1 minute.
If Swansea's hurting too, that's just showing us that.
So if we're getting if we're getting 300,000, well, assume we get 300,000 a day from the Brook Street well. We still want to do a full band, it sounds like, and not.
Well, that's what you need to talk about, right?
Right.
Because I can get 300,000 from that well every day, all day, without shutting it. We're not going to shut it off.
I think we should, because we're still getting it from another town. So we're still in an emergency situation here. So I don't know how they're going to let us still irrigate lawns and buy in water.
Right.
I don't think that's
the caveat.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to fly.
I agree there. I think we go to the and hey, I'm with you, Jason, where it comes to our lawns, and I'm still trying to grow a lawn, and it's not, but it's still a lawn.
Yes.
It's grass. It'll come back. So
Yep.
I think we go to the hand watering and exactly what Jeff sent out. If people have gardens who need to water their gardens for fruit and whatever, they can hand water. But outside of that, outside irrigation, outside car washing, with the exception of businesses, I think we're at that point.
What about? I don't see in here. What about filling pools?
That's against our
regulations. It's already in our regs.
Yeah, that's automatic.
Already in our regs. Remember,
I would still put it. I would imagine.
Put it in there.
Put a note in there, just in case, because I mean, there's a ton of pools, or sorry, there's a bunch of pools around. So,
all right.
I would put that in there too, and I would also, well, you already have mandatory restrictions are due to the system's inability to keep up with demand. I think that's fine. I don't think we want to bring up the COVID and all that good stuff, because that's why the demand's a lot higher than normal.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'm telling you, 14 million gallons more so far. At the end of this month, it'll be 14 million gallons more this year.
So far.
That's crazy.
So far.
That's crazy.
So far.
And then obviously we're going to put it on Facebook. We're going to put it on social media. We're going to put it, what is it, reverse 911? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, I'm going to see if the town will do that at an acceptable time at night or something. But, it doesn't get everybody. And I don't know if you want to go that road or go like a postcard or a mailing. I mean, the mailing's going to cost $2 or $3 grand.
I wouldn't.
No.
Do it. I would talk to they just paid for that new system that sends out text messages. It sends out.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure it's clarified that it is the Dighton Water District, because those North Dighton guys, because it goes to everybody. Right. Everybody who has signed up gets it. And we do all the posting, and that's about all you can do. I would not
do emergency right now.
Yeah, I would not do a card system, a mailing. That's just,
I got it. Yeah, we're not good.
So.
All right. So the penalties, are we okay with the penalties being a written 50, 100, and then termination, or do we want to step that up a little bit if we want to take it a little seriously and a little more seriously? Not that we already aren't.
Is that not bylaws?
That's in your bylaw right now. Okay. I took that from the bylaw.
Okay.
That's up to you guys. I just took that straight out of the bylaw.
The bylaws, yeah. I mean, if it's in the bylaw.
I think that's fine. I think, we just have to count on people to be smart and listen.
Yeah, I think if we get Brook Street and we reduce ourselves down to maybe 600,000 a day here, we'll make it through the summer. That's my hope.
If worse comes to worse, we can't. I mean, I hope we can get to Brook Street. If not, then we'll just have to buy 300 from them a day. What are you going to do? I mean, either or.
Either or. I don't think we'll not get. I think we will. Listen, if we don't get it, I'm going to tell them exactly what the hell they're doing over there from the DEP. They're gonna wish they gave it to us.
No, I know. We don't want to play that route, but you're right.
I don't.
He's been 100% with us, and he knows what's going on. So. Was it Jim you said from the DEP?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Since they're dumping it on the ground, I can't see how they're not going to give it to us. But
I can't either. And plus, it's found money. They'll end up with 20 or 30 grand at the end of the year that they didn't have. That Bozakowski can use for lawyer fees from screwing up everybody down there.
And then we also, Jeff, as you and I talked earlier, we need to make sure we're having a dialogue with Taunton just in case.
Yep. I'll call Cahal. We have an emergency agreement with them on an emergency basis. So I will, I'll talk to Cahal.
Yeah. Yeah. So just in case.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's just make sure we put the pool note in there too, just to make sure.
Yep. Kim heard.
Yeah, because that one, I'm sure with the heat and the temperatures, there's people's pools are evaporating left and right.
I mean, I think 90% of the town bought pools this year.
yeah, you're right.
Seriously.
I heard the in-ground pool companies are 2 years out.
That's insane. Wow. You can't get an above-ground pool right now.
No.
Yeah. I know where people can get a pool. They can buy my house.
Yeah, really?
I'll give you $150,000.
Yeah.
That's the down payment there.
All right. Jeff, you're doing a good job. Keep up the good work.
Yeah.
Hey, I got one more thing. Sorry.
Yeah. Get a vote on the water ban?
The moratorium.
Moratorium? Yeah, you guys, that's from Matt. Maybe just review it. I got to get it to DEP. And the town.
All right. So what? So how do we want to do? Because we voted to move forward with that, right? So we just really need. So Jeff, if you can review what Matt sent over, just let us know that you're okay with it. I prefer we just sign it, each individually sign it, and because I know the town is waiting to get that in writing in order to. In order to start not issuing those. Jim needs it in writing, and then he will hand it to anyone who comes in looking to expand.
Yeah, you guys sign it. I will get that over right away.
Okay. Now,
all right, so how do you want to do this? If you're okay with it today, do you want us to go by the shop later today? Can you leave it in your office? That way I can sign it later?
Yep.
Okay. And
all right, leave it in your office because I can't get there before 4.
No problem.
And then
I don't know about Jason. I know it's not around.
I'll be in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have to vote on the water ban?
Yeah, I think you do.
What did we vote? What was the vote we did a little while ago?
That was for the Brook Street well negotiations.
All right. Accept the motion to accept the water ban immediately as outlined by the superintendent with the additions that the commission made, which included adding pools.
That one was good. Good.
Was there anything else?
I think that was
I think that was it. So moved.
Second.
Second.
On discussion, hearing none, all those in favor, all those opposed.
All
right, Jeff, do you have anything else?
Yeah, one more thing.
Sure.
I realize this is bad timing, but my wife had planned a vacation for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Are you guys okay with that? Because if you're not, I'm fine with that. I just want to let you know.
Well, here's what I would say, Jeff. Let's see how the week continues to play out.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, I know it's your time. It's really difficult for us to deny it.
Well, I know.
But let's see how the week plays out. Are you going out of town?
I'll be in the Poconos.
Oh.
I know.
That's my feeling. Let's see how the week plays out. And, I know, we can, Greg could easily handle it. But with Bob being out,
I don't think we'll have. I don't think we'll have Brook Street
at the treatment plant.
Yeah. All right. I'll keep you informed.
Okay. Jason? You have anything on that?
I mean, Jeff, my only thing would be, obviously we don't want to deny your time that you appeared your time, but do you have access? What would come up, I would say, that would require you to be there in person that you can't handle from your phone or from talking to somebody, anything like that? I'm trying to think.
Probably not a lot. Well, I don't think we'll have Brook Street till next week anyway, because we have to do a couple rounds of sampling. The only thing would be the staff can forward any calls to me or, that I have to deal with people as far as the band goes. And, I can do that obviously on my phone.
Yeah, say, God forbid, a well blows up, then what happens? Or a well.
Oh, then I'm probably driving. I'm driving home. Yeah, I'm home.
Yeah.
I gotta leave. Bye. Or I'm here, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, if that happened and I was in Bermuda, I'd come home. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm with. Let's play it. Let's assume that you're going, but play it by ear for the rest of the week. And if something drastic happens, I would say then we have to talk about it again.
Yep, I agree.
All right.
Derek, are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine, guys. So hopefully tonight we'll be able to get at least the plant water shooting back to us. Is that the plan of attack? Okay.
Yes.
All right, that sounds good by me.
Oh, you mean
Jeff, do you want to schedule another call for tomorrow morning just for an update?
Sure.
Jason, what's your schedule like tomorrow?
let me look here real quick.
If I lose you, my battery's dying. So if I lose
All
you,
right.
Well,
If it would have to be before 10 or after 4.
Derek, do you want to do it? Is it earlier better for you, Derek?
yeah, that's fine. I mean, we're out here working, so I mean, I'm getting stink eye from everybody, but that's fine. I can do this quickly, so I mean, that's fine.
I mean,
Whenever
4's fine because it'll give us a whole day of. I can give you a giant update.
I have that's my problem is I have.
Okay.
Tomorrow, Thursday, I have a 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Or we can go later. I mean, I don't care when we go.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm I can.
No.
I have a 4 to 6 tomorrow, so West Coast call. So
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, I'm getting better at this. At least now I'm doing it from my phone, so you guys got to give me credit.
so do you want to just do one at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning?
All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can update us from the day.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
And then if we need to schedule an emergency one for 6 or 7 o'clock tomorrow night, we will. But at least you'll have the rest of this day to figure out what's going on and see if you can get some Somerset answers and see what pushback. And then we'll have tomorrow if we need to get involved from a governmental level with Somerset. We can make some calls to Pat Haddon and that side if we need to.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Motion to adjourn?
So emergency
Thank
Zoom
you.
tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Okay, so moved.
Yes, Tina.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Motion made and second to adjourn. All those in favor, all those opposed, the ayes have it. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
All right, you too.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.